Hey guys, so many things I'm thinking about tonight on my mind. The Braves lost. This is not good. You have to score more than 3 runs in 2 games. You cannot do well like this. I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday yesterday. We went hiking. By hiking, I mean we walked almost 3 miles in the woods, but it was like a trail. Emma Falls. So that was fun. And long rehearsal after it, followed by some fajitas, which was also fun. But anyway, hope everybody had a fantastic holiday, and I wanted to keep talking about previous video. I ended up going back and just kind of saying part 1 to that one because I wanted to finish these. Ideas, specifically about just learning how to take what you already know as far as chords and be able to access new chords based upon stuff you already know. So specifically, we talked about things like actually I don't remember what shapes I used. Maybe we talked about B minor. Maybe we talked about F sharp major. So I want to point out 2 things. Chord name and chord quality are 2 different things. Chord name is referring to A sharp, B, C sharp, D, that kind of stuff. Chord quality is referring to major, minor, 7th, major 7, minor 7, dominant 7, diminished, half diminished, augmented. There's all sorts of chord qualities, but they could all have the same chord name, right? So if you have an A major chord, you could also, I'm a little out of tune, I'm sorry. A minor, A7, A minor 7, A major 7, A fully diminished, half diminished, sharp 5, A13, A9. All of those are different qualities of an A chord. But typically, I mentioned that C, G, gotta get so you guys can see me, D, A, E, and then A minor, D minor, E minor. I mean, really, if you know those, you've got a great head start. So I wanted to cover a couple other ideas with those chords. Oftentimes, people kind of refer to certain chords as power chords. I want to clarify a power chord. A power chord is a 2-note chord. It has the root of the chord and it has a 5th of the chord. So again, I think I've mentioned this previously, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you got a root, 5th. That is not a major chord. That is not a minor chord. B minor, if you do not play the 2nd string, it's a power chord. It's not major, it's not minor. Not to add that note in there. And if you raise this note, it now makes it B major. B major is one of these chords that people oftentimes ask me how to play. And frankly, if you can play A, you can play B. Because really, all I'm trying to do is visually think about. I just got really tired. I'm sorry. I've been watching this show, Ozark, on Netflix, and it's like really, really good. And I'm kind of into season 7. If you have not seen it, it's really good. Anyway, so B major. If you lower it, it's B flat major. If you lower it again, it's A major, right? So, it kind of stands to reason. If you can play these chords in the open position, you may have to rearrange the fingering of the chord. But if you'll notice, all you gotta really be able to do is that, right? First finger on the 5th string, and then flatten it out over those next 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings, right? C major, C sharp major, or D flat major. I think I'm only gonna use flats from here on out. D flat major, D major, E flat major. And the same is true if you're using like an E chord. So F, G flat. No, it's confusing. F sharp. Most of the time I call this F sharp. G, A flat, B, B flat. No, it's not B flat. Yeah, B flat, B. I really did get tired all of a sudden. So, it's just moving those chords around, moving the bar chords around. Bar chords is kind of like this dirty word. It's dangerous. It's like they're really hard, and I don't, a lot of times students are like, I don't want to do bar chords. I'm like, the sooner you look, the bottom line is this: the sooner you can manage bar chords, your world's going to change with guitar, right? Because somebody says, all right, this song is in the key flat. It's a good thing I don't stop and start these videos again, because I would probably never finish one. So I'm just gonna leave all my errors in here. If someone says this is in the key of E flat, there's a couple different ways that we can go about thinking about this. E flat right here. E flat right here. Can you guess what voicing I'm playing? Right? I'm using the C shape to make an E flat chord, right? And again, so that's one way to do it, okay? And if I'm playing E flat, I could do something like this. Or I can use a capo in addition to this. So don't let the capo confuse you with what things are called, right? Try not to think of, please stop calling this a C chord already. You're driving all the piano players and all the sax players and all the bass players. You're just driving them all crazy, right? Stop it with the C chord. This is not C. The shape is C. The chord is not C. You can do one thing for yourself to make yourself sound really, really smart musically, like you know what's happening. Just call the chords their right names and just cut it out, okay, with the shape business. Stop kind of referring to things that only guitar players understand all the time. It's, it just slows things down, right? This is E flat. I know this E flat because if I take the C shape and I move it up 3 frets, right? C, and move it up 1 fret to C sharp, the next fret to D, the next fret to D sharp, or E flat. If you look in the little description in my previous video, and maybe I'll put it in this one, you'll see I put the chromatic scale. Chromatic scale is the order in which the notes are happening, and you'll see that I put the sharps in, I put the corresponding flats underneath them. Those are called enharmonic notes. So, anyway, this is not C, it's E flat. I'm sorry, this is not G. Alright, oh, and by the way, can we stop calling this C? It's not C, right? Or, in this case, E flat. It's not E flat, this is E flat add 9. Okay? There's just so much bad information out there. You can play this in place of a C, and in most cases it works. Last time I checked, this is a D note. This is not in the C chord. So it's just a different chord. Okay, so I realized in the middle of this that maybe I should have either started this earlier or waited, because I feel like my train of thought is all over the place here. But I hope this is more helpful. I hope that this is continuing to clear some of this stuff, up. And look, I tell my students, like, look, I don't expect that you guys to instantly know this one time, and then it's just done. It really is like it's like learning another language, or like learning how to correctly identify something. It's just you just gotta like work at it and process. You got to understand a few basic elements, and then it just takes a lot of practice. The lighting isn't too great this evening. I'm not sure what's going on. But we gotta know your chord shapes. You gotta know where your notes are at on the guitar. I want to get into further in like maybe later about more of how to use these in a particular key, like learning to play some of these other maybe minor chords and keys and stuff like that. So playing diatonically, and that's a term I'll go into more deeper, not today. Roxanne has successfully survived 11 and a half minutes of this video and been very, very quiet. So yeah, so the other thing was, please people, hurry up. Everywhere I went today, I had to go to the bank twice because I just finally walked out of the first one. It's like I just got tired of standing there. But every time I was like, nobody was in a hurry, and driving people are slow. And I'm like, I'm not like talking about like driving 90 miles an hour on these roads, but like, can we please just hurry? Like, can we just try not to slow down traffic so much? Some people may legitimately be in an emergency, and you could be slowing them down. So just be alert, stay off your phone, and just, for God's sakes, if you're going to be in the left lane, would you please drive the speed limit? Yeah, anyway, one more time, hope everyone had a wonderful holiday. Please, if you like the videos, please hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. Please share them with someone if you dig what's going on here. And again, I hope that if you do not find this educational, that you at least find this entertaining. Anyway, hope to see you guys soon. Peace.